Good. 180. 29. Hey, defense. Hey, defense. Let's go. Hey, watch this. Watch this. Up, up.
On first down, Peyton. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Check out. Out. Hey, check 25.
On second down now, Peyton. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Real. Hurry. Hey, alert 33.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that's knocked away and incomplete. It was the veteran Devin McCourty. He got a hand in there to break that one up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Let's go, baby. 24. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. It's no secret that this is a team that's built on passing. But as you always tell me, you have to throw the run in there every now and then to keep that pass sharp.
Yeah, you have to, because otherwise, if they never have to worry about running the football, it is just a controlled sprint to your quarterback, and eventually, you're calling on your backup quarterback.
But they got to do better than that last go-around. They went in the wrong direction. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Go.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. It's taken to the 26. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Watch the safety cream. Point it right. Hey, switch gears. Whip. Watch the whip.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
180. Pistol. Slam. Shit. Pilot, 64, weak. Hurry. Kill, turn up.
On 2nd down, Peyton, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw, Mayfield. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 14 yards into Chicago, first down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a give, right side. Peyton. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. On 2nd down now, Peyton. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Looks good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. 58.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is.
Julio Jones all alone. 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Julio Jones with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Trent Murphy in there for the sack on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1.
Regular. Check out. Kings. Bang.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's going to air one out. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Julio Jones with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind.
It got his man complete. Touchdown, Chicago. DeAndre Hopkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. This thrown quickly out to Jones. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
24 is the mic. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 21. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
58, come on. 58, come on. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 50.
Pass 85. Hey, box truck.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now, bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check.
They'll run on 1st down. Peyton, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hey, Delta.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Check mark 50. Mike is a 50. Check mark 50.
Here's Mayfield. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
180. Hey, 133.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. It's caught inside the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
50. All day, just like that. Just like that.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Mayfield to throw it. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Allen now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Looking downfield for Jones. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Check. Wide, get wide. Dash.
Top 52.
58, boys, 58. 58, Mike.
Allen off the play fake. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 53. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This one fielded at the 5. And they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Play action. Now it's Allen. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
Alert!
Hey, pick it up.
Allen now looks to throw. It's complete to Jones. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
While sometimes it doesn't appear like much, the out route can be very dangerous when you throw it to a guy like Julio Jones. If you try and undercut it, he can turn into a big play. But the reason he's able to get it so often is because of his ability to push people deep, and they have to respect that.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the Bears' 43-yard line.
50.
Round 80!
Yeah, Mike. Here we go. Watch the motion.
Half.
58.
From the gun, it's Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Daniil Hunter, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Chicago! Coast to coast, 96 yards on the punt return, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
51 to Mike. He can't hang.
Now on 2nd and 13. Allen. He completes it to Jones. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Allen now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. This is Fournette pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Hey, high 7.
From just shy of midfield, Allen eluding the pressure right. Gets it off to Freeman. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
61, matchbox flight.
They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Alert, alert, alert.
On play action, Allen. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Allen going to throw. Dumps it off to Fournette. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 12-yard line. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Now Allen. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Gerald Everett His 5th touchdown now on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2.
Watch twist.
Recon, 132 fighter.
And again, it's Allen. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
54. Hey, here we go.
King.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40 and down to the 29-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Mayfield now. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year as his guys are back within a single score. Lutz with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Hey, 2.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He'll have a first down past the 40. Gets it to Gordon. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Fournette, a first down carry. Making the stop there, Daniil Hunter.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Caught by Jones. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay. What a difference a week makes. 5 interceptions in their last game. Here we are, 4th quarter. He's played mistake-free football.
And I'm sure that we can look back on the past week and say, okay, he spent time in the film room and they worked out his mechanics. Sometimes it's just your team believing in you, your coaching staff believing in you, and you relax and play to your potential. And he's doing that in this game.
Hey, wahoo!
On 2nd and 12, Allen. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
On 2nd and 9. Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Allen. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. So we got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold them to 3 to keep this a 1-score game.
Check 4, check 4. General West. Check 3.
Here's Fournette. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Myers' kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Get that ball.
Back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
Point it right.
Here's Mayfield. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Watch the slack.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
50. Mike 50.
My God.
Just me and you.
Hey, echo. My God.
Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hurry. Five.
He's time to win. He's time to us.
Up.
50, Mike's 50. Hey, let's get in them holes. Mike 50. Watch the screen.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Know your job. Mike 50.
Hurry.
Watch the boot.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Von Miller. And that will force a turnover on downs. Oh, offensive nightmare there. You go for it on 4th, and the play doesn't even really get to develop a sack.
And it's so unfortunate, too, because you think you've got something good called, but if your offensive line can't hold up, that's often the result. They find a way back to the quarterback.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Well, I know it points to this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Bucs, it's a very